Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for your Chelsea versus Brentford Premier League preview. And this game, after yesterday's football, just got a hell of a lot more exciting. Arsenal 0-0 at home to Everton. Liverpool drew 2-2 at home to Fulham. I think Liverpool will probably be the happier of those two teams. We've seen a bit of a meltdown from Arsenal fans online. People are getting frustrated with Mikel Arteta there, and Liverpool, considering they played the majority of the match with 10 men after Andy Robertson's red card, I think, to be fair, Fulham are a good side. They're what? Let me look at the Premier League table right now. Fulham are 9th. They're a decent team. I think Liverpool will be happy. But this is massive for Chelsea. People can say we're not in a title race, but when other teams around you start dropping points, if Chelsea can win this today, we go to within 2 points of Liverpool. They've got a game in hand, but that's also a Merseyside derby that will probably be played in February. And when you look at Robertson, straight red card, is this going to be Liverpool now go through a little Christmas spell where there's lots of matches to be played, and when they get Robertson sent off, are they going to be able to replace him? Is this the moment now where Chelsea can double down and just keep on ticking over? When I looked at Arsenal yesterday, I was out with the boys last night, which is why I'm struggling a little bit today. A little bit worse to wear on the fireball shots, a good old Christmas bevy. It was fun. I was there with Arsenal fans, and they are frustrated right now. The way that they're playing isn't good. They haven't scored a goal from open play in like over 300 minutes of Premier League football now, which is absolutely mad. And this Chelsea team, we just keep improving. Now, Brentford at home has been a banana skin fixture. Ever since Brentford came up from the Championship, they've played 3 matches in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge. Thomas Frank is the boss, and they've won every single one of them. This season, Brentford at home have been absolutely brilliant. They've been blowing teams away, scoring loads of goals, picking up big wins against good sides. Away from home, though, just 1 point out of a possible 21. Brentford are currently 10th. In the Premier League. They are the second top scorers in the league, of course, behind yours truly, Chelsea Football Club. And when it comes to building my lineup today, I don't think there's going to be too many surprises. Obviously, Wesley Fofana is still out. Reece James is still out. But I think it's so exciting after those 2 matches yesterday. Just the thought of Chelsea potentially being within 1 win and a Liverpool loss from being top of the league at Christmas, it would be absolutely massive. Now, a lot of people have been saying, well, the more Chelsea keep winning, they're in a title race. I personally think now it's why not? Let's just keep doing what we're doing, taking it game by game. I think the Conference League matches have helped massively, weirdly, because it's that winning culture. It's the mentality that you get from experiencing a win. Chelsea fans that travel to Kazakhstan, credit to you. And if you're managing to make it to Stamford Bridge today, what a week it could be. Brentford is a banana skin, but I think right now Chelsea have never been so equipped to be able to rewrite all of these narratives, rewrite these stories. We're in such good form, and I've just got a feeling there's going to be so many goals in this game. I think we might concede a couple as well. Score predictions will, of course, come after we build the Chelsea lineup. It is match day, so I'm going to probably make this a slightly shorter preview today, but the goalkeeper is Robert Sanchez. I think a lot of people, if it wasn't already very tentative about Sanchez and people backing him or not, he is one mistake away from, I think, people just losing their minds. I think Chelsea right now, if we're going to be in a title race, he either's got to step up and deliver, or he's got to be dropped. So Sanchez is in goal. We move into a back 4. And I'm thinking like, maybe we go Gusto and see Cucurella invert that we saw last week in the second half against Spurs where we were just so good. But then I also think I want to get Lavia in there, and I want Enzo Fernandez to obviously be in there a little bit more advanced up the pitch. So I've gone with Caicedo, Benoit Badiashile, Levi Colwill, and Marc Cucurella. I think what we saw against Spurs last week, I think just because we had a dreadful start to the game, Cucurella's obviously slipped up twice, gave away 2 goals. I don't think that is definitive to Caicedo being at right back to allow Lavia to be there in that holding midfield role. I don't think that was we give up on this project now. We give up on this idea. I think Caicedo stepping up into that midfield alongside Lavia, we just looked so solid when we did this against Aston Villa. And I think when you got a back 4, where Caicedo is the man inverting. That left side, I want to see Cucurella getting forward because I think that link up on that left side with Sancho is very good. But I think in-game, Maresca right now is tweaking little things. And it could be Gusto. We might not even see Lavia in the starting 11. Caicedo plays in the midfield. But we're so blessed right now with different options. Whatever Maresca chooses to do, I back him to the hills. People are absolutely loving this manager right now. And we move into Lavia in that midfield. I think the fact that this kid is 20 years old, I keep forgetting just how young Lavia is. I think Chelsea right now, we've got so many talented players. But I think Lavia's got to be there in the middle because Brentford can hurt you in many different ways. Either out on the wings, we've got to be careful of Mbeumo. They've obviously had Schade, has been scoring loads of goals recently for them as well. They've got goals from all over the pitch, Brentford. So we've got to be careful. Got to have our wits about us. So I'm putting Lavia in there for that extra protection. Moving into the front five. Obviously, Pedro Neto, yellow carded away at Spurs last weekend. So Neto won't be in the squad. So Noni has got a big opportunity here. I think he's got to perform. Neto with 2 assists on Thursday night as well. He's been absolutely delivering. And Jadon Sancho has to be there on the left. The man is in such good form. He scored in his last 2. Still getting assists as well. Sancho's on fire. Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer with Nicholas Jackson running the line up top. I am so excited to see Enzo Fernandez play again. I think when you think about the way that Chelsea have just gone on this amazing run. We've been doing very well. Even the draws against Man United and Arsenal. Now that we're beating all of those teams that are below us in the table, we're scoring loads of goals, we're looking convincing. Those draws don't really matter anymore. But I think Enzo Fernandez and the way that he's just all of a sudden just been like, the shackles are off. Maresca has found the way to get this man playing. And I think we see the best of him when there is that protection of Caicedo being behind, Lavia being behind as well. We can then see Caicedo advance a bit more. But when you look at this team, there are so many partnerships that have built in this side. You've obviously got Palmer and Jackson, Palmer and Noni, but Sancho and Cucurella is another one that from minute number 1, when Jadon Sancho walked through the door at Chelsea this season, you could see he loves linking up with Marc Cucurella. Cucurella was a bit of a decoy last week against Spurs, where he was arriving in the box. He was another name and another player that Tottenham players had to look at and be like, well, we can't just let him go. Wasn't really getting many shots away, but he was there. And I think right now, the reason Chelsea is scoring so many goals is because we've got so many players that are willing to make those forward movements to get into the position where anyone can basically take a shot. As for my score predictions here today, Brentford's away form is really shaky. They concede loads of goals. Let me look now. They conceded 28 goals this season. That's a lot of goals to concede. Chelsea's defence also now is one of the very best in the league, which is kind of a weird thing when we've been saying that the defence is the worry. The defence has been the problem. But in terms of what I think is going to happen in this game, I think this is going to be another absolute classic. I think there's going to be goals. And I don't know if this is overconfidence, but I think we're going to win 5-1. I've just got this weird feeling. All week this week, I'm like, yeah, let's get the Astana game over and done with. We won that one. But I've been looking at this Brentford fixture thinking Chelsea could potentially run riot here. Brentford are a really good side. But going into games right now, I am so flipping confident. I'm so excited. Every time it's a match day, I just can't wait to see our Chelsea out there. See what Maresca's going to do. What's the lineup going to be? Is it Gusto? Is it Caicedo? Is Lavia going to play? Is Palmer going to score again? Like, there's just so many narratives that have been built for Chelsea this season, and I'm loving it. I think we're going to smash Brentford today. Maybe a little bit overconfident. Might look like a prat. We've seen some results we didn't expect already in the Premier League this weekend. Manchester derby tonight as well. If United can get a result there, and obviously if City can't win, then if we win, I'm telling you now, people are going to have to start taking this team seriously. If they haven't already, we are the real deal. And I think today we're going to show it again. Let me know your Chelsea starting 11 in the comments down below. Let me know your score predictions. And even though the game is on at 3 in the morning and I'm already super hungover today, I'm going to go and play some tennis now, sweat it out a little bit more. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about this one. And I'll see you in the live stream tonight. Come on, you Blues.